Hey, what's up, guys? Happy afternoon. Almost evening. Yeah. Hope everyone's having a good day hanging in there. The name of this video, we're gonna get kind of deep on this one a little bit. It's called, this one is called It's the End of the World and No One Knows It. So it's kind of like the REM song, right? It's the end of the world. Was it? It's the end of the world. That's confirmation. That's confirmation right there. It's the end of the world and we know it. Is that how it goes? We get the name of the song. But yeah. So yeah, the name of my video is It's the End of the World and No One Knows It. No, yeah. It's the opposite. Like, but it's on everybody, right? There's some people know it's the end of the world. Some people do, but I feel like a lot of people don't. Like, that's why I say no one knows it. Because when I walk around, I feel like, and I look at people on the streets and stuff, and walking around, and I don't think they realize it's the end of the world. Like in the Bible, they talked about how, like, people would just be going on their regular lives, you know, doing their regular things, and until the end of the world starts, you know, the rapture or whatever, you know. I'm not gonna have an opinion about exactly what happens with that, but you know, at some point everyone's gonna know. That's what I think. Right now, and leading up to that, not a lot of people aren't gonna know. People are gonna act like it's not the end of the world. A lot of people right now don't think it's the end of the world. They think it's gonna be like 80 years from now or something, right? They don't, you know, they have no idea that we're like already in that time in the Bible. That's, you know. So yeah, but if you think about it, if you can see the signs and stuff, right? There's things keep getting worse, and God is going to step in at some point, because God's not going to just let it just keep getting worse. Like, it's, you know, how bad can it get? Like, at some point God's got to step in and realize that, you know, people aren't making it. Things are continually just getting worse, and God's going to have to step in. If the leaders and the rulers of the world don't know what they're doing and can't fix it and figure it out, and things keep getting worse, and then they don't know what they're doing, then God's going to have to step in, like, right? It's like, okay, you know. You know, there's people shouldn't be 23 years old being homeless and shit, or living in their cars and shit. Like, I mean, you know, it's God's not gonna just let it go on. Like, you know, it's like at some point, like, something's got to give. So yeah, I feel like it's what's the name of the song? It's the end of the world and we know it. That's not how it goes. Oh man, I'm gonna have to make a new video. This isn't working. But no, yeah, this is the way it's supposed to be. This is the way. It can't be perfect. Sometimes you just do it, you have the idea, and then, you know, it doesn't go perfectly. I gotta stop being a perfectionist. But yeah, but basically that whole concept of, yeah, that people aren't gonna really know. Like, people are going around their regular routines, and until something's gonna happen, you know, God's gonna really step in, and everyone's gonna know at that point that we're, you know, that God is real, and that you know, things are he's gonna force a change to happen, you know. And I was even thinking about this concept of like, you know, there's a whole thing where people talk about the rise of narcissists and narcissism, and you know, these. But I even think to the next level. How about the rise of sadism? I feel like it's just a lot of there's a lot of sadism out there at this point. Like, they get a lot of pleasure out of watching people in pain or inflicting pain on others, and, you know, laughing at them, mocking. Like, have you seen the movie Joker? That's a good example, right? Like, you know, you know, we're living in the rise of sadism. You know, it's not just narcissism. People are, yeah, and you can feel the spirits and stuff in people. Yeah, they really like, they're watching, you know, they love to see somebody like, you know, being stressed out and being, you know, in a, you know, they get this like pleasure and stuff out of seeing people in pain. And, man, it's sick. So yeah, it's the end of the world and no one knows it. No one knows it. But, you know, the timeline, I don't know. You know, no one knows exactly when things are happening. You know, there still could be like a lot of time until things really get there. But you can see it slowly, day by day. And, you know, there's just, it's not, you know, I don't know. People they don't know what they're doing. Whoever's in charge doesn't know what they're doing. Okay, you know, I don't know. You know, it is. You're even thinking about like, you know, how there's empty hotel rooms and empty apartments all over the country, and people are homeless. You know, we built these things, so why can't we just live in them? You know, I don't. This shit is just weird, man. It doesn't make sense. Like, you know, what are we doing here? Like, I don't know. But yeah, so yeah, they're not God. You know, God can do whatever he wants. All this stuff that's in the Bible is going to happen. Like all that stuff is real. So I don't know what, you know, if you don't believe in it, you don't believe in it, but it's, you know, yeah. God knows the exact future and everything. And so nobody can, like, you know, nobody can stop anything. So, you know, so yeah. So yeah, it's just, I hope that this video helps a little bit, because I know a lot of people are really like stressed and trying to survive and like barely making it and homeless and can't pay their bills, can't find any jobs. You know, there's, you know, things are like really bad, right? So, and there's no relief or anything, right? You know, that the prices don't ever go down or anything, right? I remember thinking about that, like, oh, you know, at some point things are gonna get better and the prices will go down, and, you know, it never happens. You know, so it's like, okay, you know, what do you get? How, you know, you can't do that to people. You can't do that you can't take away a whole generation's lives and stuff like that. You know, it's just, it doesn't make any sense. You know, it's like, we're here to enjoy life, not to, you know, barely survive and live on the streets and, you know, you know, not be able to even eat and stuff. I don't know. But yeah, things will get better. Oh, I just remembered. It's the end of the world as we know it. Yeah, there we go. It just came to me finally. Thank you. It's the end of the world as we know it, and I feel fine. That's what he says. Not, what was I saying? It's the end of the world and we know it. Okay. I just had a total meltdown, total brain. I've been cloudy all day, and so I don't know, like, things are just, I don't know. I'm losing it, you know. I gotta hold it together here, people. Hold it together. All right, have a good one.